Hey everybody, it's Gypsy. Um, I have my Yule decorations up already. Uh, I wanted to talk about what I mentioned in my last video. It was a sad week for me. Anyways, say a little over 2 years ago, I met a wonderful man. How we met, yeah, it was typical, I guess, of today. I'm not used to it still. Was online. We're both RVers, and we both belonged. We were on this app called Our Village. It's for RVers. And you could start groups and stuff on there for people who have common interests. I started a group called Rogue Artists on there. And that's where we met. I'm your, typical artist, sketching, painting, stuff like that. He is a wood artist. He just makes these most wonderful things out of wood. He also can redo the entire house, and he can build things. And it started very casual and built up. He decided he wanted to support my small business at the time, and we just kept talking, and our relationship progressed from there, and we became closer and closer. I consider it a romantic relationship. But as you know, I just I purchased land. This is hard. This past summer, and I've been building stuff and getting stuff to start a homestead. And if it weren't for this man, his name is Ken, it wouldn't have been possible for me. He basically financed it all. He was bothered that he said, I wish I could help you. And I said, you are helping me. Well, he meant construction-wise and stuff like that. But more so than just financing it, he drew up all the plans for the buildings, like the greenhouse and like the kitchen. I call it the kitchen because it's mostly what it's going to be, but I will be sleeping in there too. He drew up those plans. Gave me ideas, any questions I had. He had the answers. Very supportive. Anyways, I remember when I was living in Quartzsite, it was last year, he came to see me for my birthday, to celebrate my birthday. And he told me he had COPD. And he was going to take me out. He spent a week with me, and he was going to take me out for dinner for my birthday. Morning of my birthday, he said, do you mind if we go for lunch? I'm just not feeling very well. I said, okay, that's fine. Didn't matter to me. And then I had to make one more stop. And he had to stay in the truck. He was very tired, having trouble breathing. And then he came back for one day to help me, fix up my trailer. I had some repairs. Really having a hard time breathing, very tired. This was in February or March. And I said, Kent, this isn't important. Why don't we just sit down and have coffee and visit? He said, no, it's just a COPD. And, being the psychic medium that I am, I'm thinking, no, it's something worse. It's something else. So it was May or June. He had a doctor's appointment. When he got back, he told me they found tumors in his lungs. They think it's lung cancer, so they did tests and stuff. Small cell? Okay, yeah. They found out he had non-small cell lung cancer. If I'm hearing my father right. No, non-small cell. Yeah, non-small cell is what my dad had. That's always terminal. My dad died from that. Kent had small cell. I don't know. It's confusing to me. Whatever. Kent had the one that was not always terminal. It was basically not terminal. In fact, my aunt had that one and lasted another 17 years. The doctor said the prognosis was good. We were concerned, but, So he went through radiation. And I guess 2-3 months after the it was got done in June. I went to go see him in July for the 4th of July. And September 21st, he went to the doctor to see, to get the results if the radiation worked. On September 20th, he tells me, I'm looking, they put the results in my chart, in my online chart. I'm looking at them now, and it says right here, it worked. It killed the node or the tumor. And we were both like really, really excited. We were really happy. And all of a sudden he got very quiet. I'm going, oh my God, what's wrong? What's wrong? As he read further, before the radiation got rid of that cancer, the tumor had spread. Lymph nodes, his brain. At the time, the doctor gave him 6 months. So for the brain tumor, he did do radiation again so that the rest of his time here could be better. And so after that radiation, he went back to the doctor. And when he got back, I said, because another one of my premonitions said it wasn't going to be the full 6 months. And I said, did the doctor change the time? And he said, well, he said the way it's progressing. He's here. I'm sorry. He just touched my hand. I know. I'm glad you're not suffering anymore. He died Thanksgiving Eve. I'm sorry. Anyways, yeah. The doctor said the way it was progressing, he goes, I can't promise you the 6 months. It could be tomorrow, or I could be wrong, and it could be longer, it could be any time. We don't know. And, it's funny. People do this all the time. I worked for hospice. People who have terminal diagnoses, they don't leave this realm until they're ready. Kent had all this stuff he felt he needed to get done. I'm like, why? And I guess his big concern obviously was his kids and his sister. He had to get all these things settled. And his oldest son came with his family for 2 weeks. They left on my birthday. And Kent was fine. We were texting while the kids were there and stuff like that. And he got some legal stuff, things settled for his son. And then as soon as the kids left, he just started going downhill. And yeah, so he left this realm. We've talked quite a few times since. Right. Before, when he was still here in the physical realm, we talked a lot about death and dying and the afterlife and stuff like that. Good conversation. Yeah. So he said it made him feel better. And he said I was right about a lot of things. Can't be right about everything because I believe in reincarnation, but I can't remember what it's like to die. So I said, when you get over there, I said, promise me you'll come and tell me, what your experience was like. And he goes, yeah, he said, you better believe I will, sweetie. So yeah. But anyways, I wanted to do this little memorial for him because if it weren't for him, I wouldn't have my homestead. And I certainly wouldn't know how to do this construction. He taught me a lot, even though he couldn't physically help. Yeah, that was what was bothering him the most, is that he couldn't physically help. I was like, my God, you're helping in so many other ways. Telling me how to do it, what to get, and all the advice and everything. He's very knowledgeable on that stuff. So I just wanted to thank you. Even psychic mediums grieve. So I just wanted to do this memorial to him and thank you. And yeah, okay. Well, I was debating, can I put his picture in or not? Okay. And he says, yes, go ahead. So leave you with that today. I had a rough week. I've been very, very down. So I'll leave you with that. Blessed be, and make it a joyful one.